And we are back live. We are broadcasting live from Truth Bookstore in Northland Mall. We are in the community room of knowledge here at Truth Bookstore. And I am here with Dr. Velonda Thompson. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about your book. She has two books, and the first one is Beyond Candied Yams and Sweet Potato Pie. And then the second one is Past the Sweet Potatoes, Please.
Yes.
Okay, so yams. Tell us about the yams.
Okay, so first of all, we do not grow yams in the United States. There's a difference between yams and sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes is the orange, it's really sweet. A yam, the skin is like, the outer skin is brown. The inner skin is, reminds you of Idaho potato, but it's very, very starchy. So you'll find those in African countries, tropical places, but we do not grow yams in the United States.
Thank you for sharing that with me because I have no idea where anything is like grown. I think everything comes from here. Suffer like exotic things. Tell us about the nutritional value of sweet potatoes.
Incredible, absolutely incredible vegetable. You can have sweet potatoes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, there's over 120 something varieties of sweet potato, but the basic sweet potato that we know has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. So I always say you can ace up your immune system by eating sweet potatoes. There's beta carotene, there's fiber, there's potassium. There's just so many nutrients, cancer-fighting nutrients, immune system boosting nutrients. And then we know we need fiber in our body to help just to keep us clean and regular too. So, but as I said, you can have it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, I mean, starting with a sweet potato pancake all the way down to the dessert.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. Right about now, I'm starving. Tell us how you started writing your which one's first?
Past Sweet Potatoes, Please was first. That was out of my doctoral process. I've been in the wellness industry for quite some time, and there came a point where I knew people were getting it about the physical activity, but not getting it about the nutrition piece. And so I pursued doctoral studies, and my study had to do with fiber and potatoes, because Americans have a love affair with potatoes. So the idea was that I would teach them how to do the potato correctly, but still, get the nutritional value. Well, my study group, as it became, as we were recruiting, turned out to have a lot of diabetics in it. So the white potato was out. We do not want white potatoes in the diets too much of diabetics. And so my charge was to find a potato, if I wanted potatoes to be the source of fiber, to find a potato that would meet the hypothesis but would not whack the individual in the process. And it turned out to be the sweet potato. Little did I know I would be on this sweet potato journey ever since.
Awesome. So you said you were doing your doctorate degree. Tell us a little bit about you, the person, behind the books, behind the sweet potatoes.
Okay, well, I like to say that my God assignment is to facilitate, educate, empower people to make healthy choices because we are expected to live long, but we are not expected to be broke down. We're expected to get old and slow down, but not be broke down. And so I'm knowing that food is the real medicine. And that if we eat properly and exercise, do what we're supposed to do, that we can be very healthy. We don't have to have experiences in the traditional medical system. So that has been my passion forever. And I have, I'm a nutritionist that loves to cook. I like good food, and I know that one of the challenges of people when they think of healthy, they think of boring and tasteless. And I know that to be absolutely not true. So in my process of educating, I've learned that the best way to teach is to taste. So that, it extended my cooking into the cookbooks.
Right. So tell us how hard it was as an author of a cookbook. How hard was it to write a cookbook?
It wasn't, the first book was very easy because it was out of my doctoral process. So, the process included education, and in those sessions, they got to taste foods. They were, two, groups, and they got to taste different foods. And so, they were thumbs up, thumbs down, or what have you. So those recipes wound up in the cookbook. As I continue to teach and do the work of nutrition education and health promotion, I knew that, as I said, tasting is teaching. If I can get them to taste it without talking to them about what is and is not in it, if they taste it and it tastes good, then I got them. So, because I love to cook, it made it easy to create the cookbooks because I had willing individuals to sample the recipes so they could give me a thumbs up or thumbs down that it would be a recipe that someone else would like, and those are the things that went in the book.
Awesome. So tell us about the publishing process for you. Did you self-publish your book?
Initially, the first book, Pass the Sweet Potatoes Please, was self-published. The challenge as a self-publisher is promotion. We're the creative ones, and so if you don't have a staff or you don't have the time, that becomes the challenge, is promoting it, getting the word out about the book, getting them in places that are visible, shopping them to the bookstores. The most current book, Beyond Candy, Yams, and Sweet Potato Pie, I think it helped that I had a track record in the community and in the region, doing the work and preparing the food. That also helped, but I did use a publisher, and I have engaged a publicist. And so with those two individuals, it has made the process easy, the promotion easy. The book is in more locations than the first book was, because those individuals are engaged in the process.
Awesome. So if there was someone out there that was thinking about writing a cookbook, what advice would you give to them?
I would say, first of all, just write. Every time, whenever you think about it, just, have pen and paper handy. Think about where you want, what your focus needs to be. Health is big business, but are you interested in baked goods, or are you interested in vegetarian cooking? What is the niche of cooking that you want? I would say to pick a niche, as opposed to just kind of general. Now, if you're a chef, then you may want to just compile recipes that you have created in your work as a chef. But if you're just looking to create a cookbook for the public, I would say choose a niche that you like. Yeah.
Cool. So in your cookbooks, now for me, when we're talking healthy, you said this earlier, people think of boring. Tell us some, I guess, spices or something that would help make food not so boring.
Well, sage and thyme, garlic and onions. I use garlic all the time, but sage and thyme. There is herbamare is another herb blend. Those will be the top ones. After that, it's really about playing with the food. So you have to kind of shop around and just mix and, just try the different spices, different herbs. You have to play around them because everybody's taste buds is a little different.
Right. Tell us a couple of the different, not really recipes, but names of some of the food that you create in one of your books.
Well, the most current book, Beyond Candy, Yams, and Sweet Potato Pie, which is available in Truth Bookstore, yes, as well as Whole Foods in Midtown Detroit, awesome. And the Charles H. Wright Museum awesome. Gift shop. Awesome. Those are several places, and actually the water station, Sankofa Life Center.
Gotcha.
So I've said that we can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've already mentioned sweet potato pancakes. That would be breakfast. And then there is sweet potato chili. There is sweet potato soup. There is sweet potato casseroles of varying versions. There is, then of course, everybody wants the dessert. So we have the sweet potato cheesecake, which is my most popular item. That was in the first book, and it is in the second book. The cranberry sweet potato cake, sweet potato brownies. And people are amazed when they taste those because they really don't taste the sweet potato. It's like, wow, this tastes like a brownie. Wow. It is.
Wow. Okay, so I'm hungry and I need to take a break. And I'm starving, especially now after she talked about all of these different titles or recipes. I want to know, though, when we're eating yams and we're cooking them, I know we can have them for breakfast. I've had I don't know, breakfast yams. I don't know what they're called, but
like hash browns or
and that was delicious. But when I think of a sweet potato, I only want to think about, like, not want to, but I only think about desserts. So you said that there was a sweet potato chili. How does one even come up with sweet potato chili?
So you take your basic, say, 3 bean chili recipe, and then you dice your sweet potato in cubes and add that to the chili.
Awesome. Awesome. I've never even really would have thought about to put sweet potatoes in chili. That is awesome. That is awesome. So tell us again where we can get all of your books. I know for sure we can get it here in Truth Bookstore. Where else can we get them?
Absolutely, yes. Truth Bookstore, #1 spot. We can get it at the Sankofa Life Center. You can get it at the Whole Foods in Detroit. You can also get it at the Charles H. Wright Museum gift shop. Then you can get it online with Amazon. And then if you want to email me or see me on Facebook, I will be around the city doing sample and signings, so you can always visit me at any of those events. I'll be doing several during the Kwanzaa season.
Awesome. So are we looking for Dr. Velonda Thompson on Facebook or?
Well, you can. There's 2 things you'll look for on Facebook. The primary one that I want you to look for is Be Fit Inc., because that's where all the nutrition information is, and that's BE-FIT, Inc. And then, of course, you can look for Velonda Thompson. You can find me there as well.
Awesome. And your website?
Website is drvelonda.net, and that's DRVELONDA.net.
Awesome. You guys, you heard it here. Sweet potato chili. I'm going to try it. I don't know about you, but I'm going to try it. So we are talking here with Dr. Velonda Thompson. We thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and
Thanks
hang out
for
with
having
us
me.
and talk about your books. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Don't go anywhere. This is Kai Mann for UrbanNationRadio.com. We are at Truth Bookstore here in the Northland Mall. If you guys are in the area, make sure you come by and say hi. Talk to you in a bit. Don't go anywhere. UrbanNationRadio.com.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Twinkle, little star.